Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Memphis Depay, as Barcelona reportedly believe the attacker is deliberately slowing down his injury recovery just for the FIFA World Cup. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then talking about this transfer report, as it has been claimed that Barcelona are plotting a free transfer swap for this 17-year-old PSG striker by name Ilyas Hosni. We are also going to be discussing on that report as we progress. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. According to Dario AS, there is a feeling around the Barcelona camp that Memphis Depay is slowing down his recovery process in order to make himself available only for the Netherlands for the upcoming FIFA World Cup. Depay, who was highly linked with a move away from Camp Nou in the summer, has featured in only 2 league matches this season. His progress has been marred by a thigh injury that has kept him out on the sidelines since the end of September. As things stand, there is no sign of Depay's recovery, even though the forward was expected to get back to the pitch much sooner. As such, Barcelona can believe the player is intentionally delaying his recovery in order to make himself available for the World Cup. They further believe that Depay is trying not to play for Barcelona in November and potentially risk another injury that could rule him out of the World Cup. Depay, after all, is one of the most prominent players in the Netherlands squad, and his place in the team is virtually guaranteed despite his lack of form and game time over the past year or so. This is unlike Andreas Christensen, who is recovering quickly and setting an example for other players in the team. This is not the first time Depay has caused controversy at Barcelona either. Earlier in the summer, the forward rejected multiple offers from top clubs across Europe in order to continue his spell at Camp Nou, despite knowing his fate in Xavi's plans. Depay's stay at the club forced Barcelona to sacrifice a player like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the summer. However, with the January transfer window just around the corner, it will not come as a surprise to see the Dutchman being offloaded by Barcelona in the near future. When the first international break came out and we got some key players injured while playing international matches, Memphis Depay was among those players, and it came as a surprise that up to now, Memphis Depay has not returned to injury. Definitely, it was expected that Memphis Depay should have been available in the squad, but up to now, Memphis Depay have not been available, and there is no sign whatsoever that Memphis Depay will play any game for Barca before the World Cup. Of course, we have 2 games left: Almeria in the weekend, and midweek we play against Osasuna before heading to the World Cup break. And there have been a lot of disappointing statements in the Barca camp saying that Memphis Depay is faking that injury. Memphis Depay is tricking the club that he's still injured because he knows that maybe if he comes back, he might be injured again, and that is a big risk for his place in the World Cup in Qatar. And definitely, there's that fear, or there's that suspicion, that Memphis Depay is slowing down his injury recovery just for the World Cup. Definitely, we know the World Cup is the biggest stage of football, the biggest tournament that any player likes to play in. And normally, it will be disappointing if actually it is true that Memphis Depay is slowing down his injury recovery for World Cup. But if the player is doing that, it's not professional at all, and it's really bad for the club. That shows his disloyalty to the club, and it will be so bad if actually it is true. I'm not saying it is true, but if it is true that he is doing so, then it's not good, and it is not good at all. It is not making any sense. But I just hope that he's not doing that. Of course, it has been a difficult season for Memphis Depay. Having played very few matches, few minutes of football, Lewandowski have always been the top choice. The center forward role. Memphis Depay is a very good player, very good player. He was the starter, you know, before Javi came in as the coach last year. But things have not just been working for him at all. At all. Normally, he had to leave. In the summer, he was linked with a move to Juventus. It was expected that Memphis Depay could have joined Juventus because the move was getting so close. But in the end, Juventus opted to collapse the deal and went for, Akadizig Milik instead of him. But it seems as though Memphis Depay is still linked to the Juventus according to recent reports. So with the January transfer window coming, it won't be surprising to see Memphis Depay leave FC Barcelona. But from what I'm seeing, Memphis Depay would still like to stay till the month of June so that he can leave as a free agent. But for Barcelona's own point of view, maybe they will cherish Memphis Depay leaving in the month of January when his contract is still on and he will have transfer value. But let's see how it goes from here. If Memphis Depay indeed will stay at Barca to the end of his contract. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona are keeping close tabs on the progress of PSG prospects Elias Housney and wish to sign him. This claim comes from an exclusive report by Alexis Bernard of Le Sport. Housney has been on the books for the PSG Academy since 2019 and is widely regarded as one of the finest youth prospects to be coming through the ranks. The 17-year-old is a striker by trade and has been making all the right noises with his performances in the UEFA Youth League. Indeed, Housney has netted 8 goals in 6 games for the Parisian Giants on the 19th setup in the competition, while also setting up 2 more. The teenage forward has also shone brightly for the French national youth team. It has caught the attention of Barcelona, who are said to be following Housney closely. The report states that the Catalan Giants have fallen for the 17-year-old's profile as well as his immense potential. So, what makes the chances of a transfer even more plausible is that Housney's contract with Paris Saint-Germain stands to expire at the end of the ongoing campaign. With Barcelona's interest in the teenager said to be growing week after week, PSG are intent on handing him a new contract so as to secure his future at the club. In fact, it is even said that the first team manager Christophe Galtier could call up the young star to the senior setup in the near future. Barca have made some important youth signings over the past couple of transfer windows and will hope to continue that trend by landing Housney. However, with PSG pushing for an extension, things might not be very straightforward for Xavi Hernandez and co. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.